Good afternoon, it's 1:30 and I am really hungry and I went shopping last night. I got a bit of a collection of reduced to clear items including this. Haha. I'm going to pop that in the microwave right now. I've got to give it 2 minutes, stir it and then give it another 2 minutes. Well, I was going to have mashed potato with it, but actually as that's going in the microwave and the mashed potato would also have to go in the microwave, I think I'm just going to have a roll with it. Look what else I got reduced to clear. I have been feasting on those cream cheese stuffed in green chilies. Oh, so good. Okay, that's been making some banging noises. My mushroom soup always does that. I've got a thing for tinned mushroom soup in case you're new. Anyway, I've got 2 bits of news for you from uni. Oh, ding. Hang on, I'm just going to give that a stir and then I'll tell you the news. Come to Imo, darling. Oh, it's like sucked it in. I laid the lid back on gently, that's what it said, but randomly it sucked it in, and I'm surprised about that because I would have thought with it heating up it would expand, not contract. So I don't understand how scientifically that could have happened. This is plant-based, by the way. It's got lots of chickpeas in it. Mmm, very yummy. That is very cumin-y. I was like, there's a flavour in there that I honed in on with my taste buds. I was like, I like that flavour. It's familiar. Oh yes, it's cumin. Anyway, the 2 bits of news from uni. I'm in the wind band. I didn't get an email saying, congratulations, you've made it into the wind band. I just had an email saying, here are all the wind band rehearsal times and dates. So I'm assuming I'm in the wind band. And also, we've got a new social hangout place designated for us. Now we don't have one at the moment. People are hanging out in like the Mac suite where the computers are, or in the little hallway bits where the seats are where I always eat my lunch, and that we have no canteen. I was really disappointed by that when I arrived there. I was kind of looking forward to having a little canteen where I could get subsidised healthy meals and hang out with students, and there isn't. You just have to eat your sandwiches on the chairs in the sort of the landing bits. It's the only place. But anyway, now we've got something. It's not in the building though. They said it's 5 minutes walk away. I think it's less than 5 minutes, and apparently we have a microwave. This is the big advance. There's apparently a kettle and a microwave and socialising area, so I'm gonna have to check that out next time I'm in uni, which is not for a few days actually. So today I have a gig and it's in ICC Newport, Wales. So it's not as far to go as often my gigs are, so it's still quite a drive, but it's like half of a lot of our ones, you know, so it's not so bad. And I don't have to leave till 7 because it's quite late in the evening, and it's only about an hour of Kaylee, so I think probably as much of the time we'll be setting up as playing for this one, setting up and packing down and, you know, doing all the doings, pulling the stuff back and forth from the car to the venue and vice versa. There's quite a bit of hanging around after we set up, I believe, like an hour and a half, something like that, because we're part of a bigger event. Anyway, so that's something interesting coming up for me this evening. My food is dinged. I'm going to butter a roll and tuck in. So here is my lunch today, and that cost me £1.82 because it was reduced to clear, down from £3.25. And there's my bread buttered. I ate. It was very satisfying, and I've put the dishwasher on. Do you know, I'm always working to deadlines, especially as a vlogger and as a musician. I've always got deadlines. I'm always working to deadlines and putting things off that other people don't seem to put off. Like housework, for example. And I've just got to a point today where I just need to stop and say, right, spend an hour doing things around the house. Just whatever you can fit into that hour, just do it. And then it's gonna feel like you can actually breathe a bit better because your house is not a mess, which it is at the moment. I give you Exhibit A, the dining table. Well, there's not an awful lot of dining going on there at the moment, although I did dine here. So I did manage to dine on the dining table. However, it could do with a bit of decluttering. I'm feeling so pleased with myself. I managed to get a load of laundry done yesterday, but now I think most of it's dry and it just basically needs to go away and get out of the way. Been saving that very sturdy box for something useful. It's in the way. I kind of unpacked from the weekend onto the rug and just left it there. Gigging bag, well, I'm going to need that tonight anyway, so okay. I'm one of these people that doesn't like to put things away because I think, well, I'm going to need them again, so what's the point in putting them away? Because I'll just have them to hand when I need them again. Next month I just leave them out. But then my house gets completely cluttered. These are folders from a band, 2 different bands I think. I've just left them out. Different folders from a different band, just left it out. Now this stuff here on this table here, these are mostly Christmas gifts that need to be hidden away. But I had a thought, they can go in here. Haha. Did you hear the dishwasher beeping? It is done. Oh, you can see how many ready meals I've eaten over the last couple of days because I've been on my own. Look, 1, 2, 3. How bad is that? Oh, I did feel very gleeful and triumphant about not spending the time cooking though and spending it doing other things instead. Have I told you recently how much I love this dishwasher? I've noticed a few changes though. Since my daughter hasn't lived here anymore, I'm running out of knives because I'm not filling up the dishwasher as much as I was before. Like it was literally running 2 or 3 times a day before. Now I'm maybe doing 1 every 2 days. And I'm just, using a knife, putting it in the dishwasher, getting another knife, putting it in the dishwasher. And I'm running out of knives before I filled up the dishwasher. This was never a problem before. Anyway, I'm going to start my hour thingy by putting the presents away and hiding them in that box basically. Oh, and that sofa's a mess as well, but I don't really care about that to be honest. It's only me here anyway. Tango's having a bit of a rest there. Oki is slumping. I love Oki. I bought Oki for Isabel and I've had the most enjoyment out of it. You just live down here with me, don't you, mate? Yeah. I wonder if I can possibly put the sun hats in the cloak cupboard now because, to be fair, I'm probably not going to get a lot more sun. But then they're handy, if I just want to grab them quick. Tell you what, Mo. Put one up there and put the rest away. Yeah. I got loads of hooks here, actually. I forget I have these hooks. The previous inhabitants put them there and I just never use them. I forget about them. I mean, if they're going away for the season, they should go in a bag because they might get dusty, but I think we might get some sun still. You never know. State of this as well. The understairs cupboard, every so often, I give it a really good going over, but it quickly deteriorates again. I bought those scooters for the pandemic. I don't know if you've been watching that long. Some of you have. To get back and forth to medical appointments that were sort of 3 or 4 miles away, and they were an absolute godsend. They're not e-scooters, they're just... not manual, pedal. I say pedal meaning that you use with your feet, not like a pedal on a bike, if you know what I mean. They're just old-fashioned scooters with no engine. And they were an absolute godsend, but we're not really using them at the moment. So they're just there. It's not to say they may never be used. We'd hop on the train or the bus ordinarily, but during the pandemic, we were trying to avoid people for the first part of it, at least, because my daughter was in the at-risk category then, but she's not now because the medication has changed. But the medication that she was on put her in the at-risk category. So we were a bit extra careful. I've also got some cleaning aids there that I haven't used yet because I thought that I was buying them for real me, but apparently I was buying them for fantasy me, which is a fantasy version of myself that I thought was the real me. And it's the fantasy version of me that actually does cleaning more than the absolute emergency gotta be done cleaning. So they're still there. But I have actually been scrubbing my rug upstairs with a brush, a handheld brush version of this in small experimental patches, and it's ever so good for getting the sock fluff and hair up. Part of me thinks when my MA is done, I'll clean the house. I mean, it's only another year to go. I mean, the dirt hasn't killed me for the last year. Woo! This is really telescopic. This is a super, super long duster. I have used this actually. So I tell a lie, I've used this. But it will go really, really long. And it should be able to get that bit all the way up there, which is just, really out of reach normally. Or will it? I've just extended the pole. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's getting them. Hey! See, how is this more important than practicing my flute? This is not. This is luxury activities. That's kind of taking me away from my obligations. This is why they just don't get done. But they're quite fun for a bit of a change, Whee! So I was thinking to use the mop, the long telescopic mop, because there's one of those too on the floor down there, unused, to spot treat for moulds. Because I hate climbing up on things and leaning up and getting all achy arms, scrubbing the ceiling. And in fact, I've done it so much in my room and hers that I've taken some of the paint off. I think it's partly because I soaked it so much in the anti-mold solution. I think I over-soaked it. But what happened, I think, also was the dehumidifiers. With the introduction of the dehumidifiers, I think they dried it out so much where it had been wet and then it's flaked off. Something like that anyway. I'm having fun with my duster now. I don't want to do the boring things like tidying up. I'm having fun here. There's another bit up there. Look where all the Christmas decorations have wrecked the ceiling. Look, there's 6 of me and half a dozen of my daughter decorating. I'm probably going to start sneezing. Look, as fun as this is, I need to do some decluttering. It's more pressingly urgent than getting cobwebs off the ceiling. It's just a bit more there, look. Whee! Oh, I need a break from the housework now. I'm exhausted after all that dusting, so I decided to put the coffee pot on. No, I'm only joking. I'm going to get straight back to it. But it's so boring. Oh, I don't even want to start. So I'm going to sip coffee. I'm going to intersperse the boring housework with sips of delicious, tasty coffee, and hopefully it will chivvy me along and motivate me to continue. These aren't quite all presents, but they mostly are. This is a Halloween present for my daughter, and this is a letter that came for her. So let's put those just there for now. I know I need to declutter this. I'm adding to the clutter. Right, the rest can go in here. That book is not a present. Well, it was a present I bought my daughter, but it wasn't a present. It was a home education resource. But she doesn't want it anymore, and I'm going to have it. Whoa. Fantasy me has more time than real me. So fantasy me is going to read this book and take notes. Real me is probably going to not do it because real me's not going to have time. Oh, there goes the biscuits. I need to make sure these are separated so they don't clink together and chip. Right, that's that lot. My second-hand iPad came in this box. Huge box for a tiny little iPad. Yeah, this bit of carpet is still to be defluffed. Watch this, though. It's kind of gross and satisfying, but all the fluff's coming up. And hair as well, look. Embedded in the carpet. See? It's all coming off. When it comes to things like that, I think I'm just waiting for the day when I'm going to be bored enough to want to do it. There. Hidden. I smell coffee. Why does this feel funny? It's got kind of gritty bits all over the handle. Well, the rest of it's clean. That's odd. What the heck is that? Must be something off the dishwasher. Never done that in all the years I've had it, and I've had it since the pandemic. So that's actually quite a while, isn't it? How very strange. That's me drying my hands. It was fast, wasn't it? Not very effective. I'm just gearing myself up to take the laundry upstairs. That's not very hot. Oh, maybe I forgot to boil the kettle. Kettle's cold. I didn't boil the kettle. Let's just give it a minute. Here are two I folded earlier when I was waiting for the kettle to boil this morning. Right, I'm going to fold all the t-shirts next. Oh, that's falling. It's falling. That t-shirt. No, those are vests. Any more t-shirts? I've discovered that this t-shirt vest, I think it's too small for me. I think it's shrunk and I've definitely grown a little bit as well. I've had this for years. Oh my gosh. I think it came from H&M originally. It was really tight on me. I should probably just charity shop it, you know. Yeah, I will. Let's start a new charity bag. This kind of one started behind me, but it's just got a couple of writing implements in. But I feel like I need to gather a lot of them and make them into a set rather than donate them individually, like, you know, one colour pencil or something. It's a bit weird. The next charity bag is started. It's official. I've kind of decided that a lot of my vests are just too tight for me now, and I think it is a combination of they've shrunk and I've grown, to be honest with you, and a lot of them are very old. But this one I've got on today, I think it was like buried and I'd forgotten I had it. It's a George one, and it obviously wasn't very expensive, and it's really long, and it's not too tight and figure hugging, which is kind of what I'm going for. So yeah, I might have to do at some point a little stock take of my vests again and be realistic about what's actually a bit too small and swap them out for some new items at some point. Oh, now my coffee's too hot. that's that update. I think one of the reasons I don't like doing stuff that I find boring is I get slower and slower and slower at it, or I get distracted and I end up doing other things and then something else and then something else and then something else. But when I'm doing something I'm interested in, like editing or flute practicing, I don't do that. I'm focused, I work fast, and I'm engaged by it. And when I get to the end, I feel a real sense of satisfaction of having achieved something. Don't get that with housework, especially when I just go slower and slower and I just go into a brain fog. Cleaning the lazy Imo method. Oh yes. Those coffee rings are going. I don't know how this coffee ring's there, to be honest. Moving on. Oh, where's my cloth? There, gone. There's even dirt on the doors. I'm not going to do the whole lot now because I'll be here all day, and I've realised I want to do some scanning in. Oh, that's still mucky there. This is a problem when you get down to the floor. You see more dirt appearing that you didn't know was there. There's like loads of it must be where I put in my travel cups down. But I don't know how there's coffee leaking out of them. I can't think of any other explanation as to why it's there. Well, I've done quite a lot. It's 4:10. I've had enough now. I've had enough of housework. I did not go as far as that table, but it's fine. It's workable. I want to do some scanning, basically. Sheet music into my iPad sheet music app so I can get using it. Because for the longer that I'm not doing it, the longer I'm just having to keep taking folders all over the place. And they're heavy. And it's much better if I just get them all in there. It's ages later and this is the scene. I've been scanning very, very slowly. But I'm starting to get a bit of a rhythm going now. I will get quicker at it, but I've just got so much to do, but I'm just going to take the pain and do it in installments. It's not ready for tonight, but I've made a start. For my dinner, I'm having a medley of reduced to clear things. Well, they're not all reduced to clear. I'm going to chop up some Beyond Burger into chunks and fry it. I'm going to add mushrooms and fry those, and some diced up green pepper and add those. And when they're all ready, I'm going to add these flat noodles that were reduced to clear and fry them up, and that's going to be my dinner. I decided to cook both of them because they're on their date, so I don't mind having leftovers. I'm sure that'll be fine if there's some left over for tomorrow or late tonight, I don't know. I keep getting pangs of anxiety about what time it is because I'm normally at the venue by now, like maybe even been there for an hour. Well, maybe not quite, maybe though. This is so late to be leaving. I keep thinking, oh, I just haven't gone. They're there, they're setting up. I'm not there. And it's ridiculous. Of course not. It's definitely 7. I've double checked. Yeah, I've gone back to my diary and checked. I haven't got it wrong. No, it's definitely 7. But it's occurred to me actually because it's so late. I probably don't need a packed tea as such. I might just take some snacks. I don't know. I don't think we're getting fed tonight. But you just never know if some tasty morsels might come drifting past my nose at some point this evening. I tend to get hungry about every 3 hours. And yeah, I better take some snacks, but maybe not like a sandwich as I was going to. Well, it's gone into a bit of a mush, but I think it's going to be quite a tasty mush because I've added soy sauce as usual. Also some of this piri piri, the chilli sauce that I bought in Portugal absolutely ages ago, and it's just on its date, and I've just opened it literally for the first time today, and a bit of sesame oil as well. I'm going to tuck into that now. Some hours later, and here is the outfit, not the footwear. I am going to change the sandals. Oh yes, but these are very comfy. I wear these more than slippers these days. Oops, it kicks the mirror. But yeah, I just find them so comfy for the house. I've got a guilty secret about these tights though. Dun, 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 dun. Gone a bit thin, both of them. The same. But oh wow, they're very comfortable. They're my most comfortable tights, and I got them from Lisbon, I think.
To do is just go in there.
We're just trying to find out how to get in. It said the main entrance, but the thing is, we don't know where's the main entrance.
Ooh. I'll go and investigate.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's lots of coaches there.
Okay, it's a big room. We set up, I haven't vlogged for ages because I've been busy just getting the PA in with Nick, and we had loads of help actually from the hotel staff. It said meeting room 1, sounded pretty innocuous. I'd like to put the camera around the room, but there's too many people here and it's a private dome, but it's an international conference and there's a lot of them. There's a house DJ and we're actually going through their speakers because we took one look at the sides of the room and we sort of went, I think we might need to go through the house PA. So we are, but that's why we're using, all the rest of the gear that we're using is ours. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting to go on. We sound checked, sorted the monitors out, and yeah, just kind of waiting to start really. There are hundreds of them.
We've got 2 circles, there's another one over there. Sometimes what callers do when there's too many people to fit in one massive circle is they go concentric, and they have concentric circles inside. But there's more space over there, so Mick's got 2 on the go, I think. And the staff brought us some water, and I was confused. I thought that was one, and that was one, but it's not. It's just a cup. I was a bit confused. I've never seen a cup with a cardboard cover lid thing before.
I'm home and it's 11:45, just got in. They were GPs tonight, 250 of them. They didn't all dance at once, but a lot of them did. There were a lot. It was a massive big room. I could have eaten as well. Meals were served up and I could have had some, but I ate before I went anyway, so it was all good. So I didn't have any, but I must admit I was starving in the car coming back, so I've just been eating crisps and biscuits out of my bag on the way back. But anyway, it won't be long before bed because look how late it is. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please give it a like if you happen to like it, and I will see you in the next video. Good night.